Hey up lads and lasses, Damfire here, back again with some more GR2 content for you today. Quick one, drop a like, subscribe and comment, helps me out, helps the channel out, so that's always good news for us. And obviously, the more comments and stuff I'm getting, the more attention the devs are paying, and that can lead to some changes with the game, hopefully. Anyway, we're going to have a quick look at the Legion stuff today, specifically the Legion research. I'll cover a little bits and pieces as we go, but it's going to mostly be about Legion research, which ones to try and do first, etc, etc. So, Legions are your easiest and most entertaining way of trying to keep some entertainment within the game, because you have the Legion wars and stuff like that. Enemy invasions every evening as well, pretty good, and we'll have a look at the shop as well in a bit. So the best idea with Legions, try and get a player base as early as possible that's ranking and leveling. This gives your Legion XP. When your Legion gets XP, it levels up, and as it levels up, you can increase the amount of people and therefore get more XP for your Legion, and so on and so forth. The more donations there are as well, including the donations within the Legion donation here, as well as sponsorships, gives the Legion its currency. That currency is mostly spent on this research stuff. So, off the bat, the most important research so far is the area occupied. This increases the amount of planets that you can pick up within within the Legion wars. So when you're fighting the other legions, how many planets you can pick up. Now the reason this is important is quite simply, the more planets you can take and the more systems you can capture, the more resources you and your Legion members are going to be getting. So trying to grab this as fast as possible. There is a limit on this. You have to be a certain Legion level to even start researching it. But as soon as you can, I'd recommend trying to grab as much of this as you can. Other than that, to start off with, I'd recommend the ship core reinforcement. This increases the ship's durability for all the members within your Legion. This is just great. You don't know if people are using lasers yet. You don't know if they're using missiles or projectiles or anything. So this flat buff to your entire Legion members is just great, because it's buffing all of their ships regardless of what they're using. So I'd recommend that. If you can't afford this one, because it does get quite expensive quite quickly if you're constantly going into research on the single tech, I'd recommend trying to get your shields up for the exact same reason. That'll help them all out. Shield recharge is also pretty nice. And then if you come down here, you have the resistance coatings and damping structures. These decrease the damage you take from certain damage types: thermal, kinetic, etc, etc. So I'd recommend those to start off with. If you can get your members to follow a set fleet doctrine, so you can make sure that they're all using tornadoes, monsters, that kind of thing, so they're projectile focused, then start focusing on your ballistic expertise to increase your damage with ballistic and kinetic weapons and projectile weapons. And calibration is pretty useful as well here, because calibration is going to help them out, make sure they're hitting with those weapons as well. The other benefit of calibration is it does affect the snaking gun and makes it slightly more accurate, and which in turn increases your damage, which is pretty useful, because snaking guns aren't the most accurate things in the world, but they are probably the highest damaging things in the game at the moment. So yeah, the basic premise is try and get them into doctrine. Make sure they're using set ships that you guys want to be using, and then yeah, focus on the weapon type for that after you've got maybe some durability and stuff like that, and some of the resistances. Now we'll have a quick look at the if I can actually have a look at it. Legion War? No, not in here. It's in Manage. Procurement. So in here we also have some bonuses. Now these bonuses are only affected during the Legion wars, so bear that in mind. Like 5-10 minutes before a war starts, you can pop one of these, or even actually it needs to be just before the war starts. So you get a damage bonus, you get 20%, or it could be 12 hours before a Legion war, Legion battle even. So 20% durability, and sponsorship and donation bonuses are quite nice as well. You can pop the donation one occasionally. It usually pays for itself if you have enough members that are active and donating and sponsoring. So bear that in mind. If you do have enough players active, this is quite worth going for. It normally pays for itself, at least. The Legion Welfare box, I don't recommend. It's it doesn't ever drop anything particularly good. I've seen nothing good come out of it, so I recommend ignoring this. And the damage and durability, I also recommend ignoring early on, but later on when you get into larger wars, bigger legions, these could be a tipping point and just set your fleets that might be a little bit weaker than the opponent just above them, just to be able to take them out and take their space. We'll have a quick look at the Legion shop as well. I have got a cover on the Legion shop, but we'll do a quick one here as well. I need these, so I'm going to buy those. So link matrices, really useful for subsystems. This is how you unlock him. You need, I believe it's 2 for a frigate, 3 for a destroyer, 4 for a cruiser, 5 for a battleship, and 5 for carriers as well. The super alloys, this is used to, and the pre-SP units, and the mid-SP and the advanced SP. These are for your warship features. Do not ignore warship features. That's what makes some of these warships very powerful. The monsters increase damage on flanks, for example, or its ability to penetrate shields and targets. That's all on the warship features, so be aware of that. Subsystem converters, also really useful. This is how you re-roll your subsystems. If you've got some spare currency, I'd try and grab hold of these. After you've maybe got your warship features up to about level 6, maybe try and grab subsystem converters. Try and get a couple of rolls off. Try and get some good rolls on those subsystems to increase your damage overall. The super plugin box, you get 1 purple or higher. It's actually quite nice, but it is damn expensive and takes a while to get up to. I reckon once your ships are in a good position where they've got good warship features, they've all had the subsystems unlocked, you've rolled good rolls on them, you might start saving up to try and grab these super plugin boxes. The rare plugin box, I don't recommend. It's only got a chance of giving blue or higher. Unfortunately, by higher, it's probably like a 5% chance, so out of these 5 boxes, you're unlikely to get a single purple or gold subsystem, so I'd just leave it if I were you. They're expensive for what they do. You're probably better just saving, trying to grab the super plugin box for the weekly, and yeah, that's about it. Right, anyway guys, thank you for tuning in, thank you for watching. I'm streaming Wednesdays, Fridays and Saturdays, doing a lot of Phasmophobia at the moment, which is quite a lot of fun if you're into your horror stuff and just want to see me scared witless. That's on Wednesdays, not Wednesdays 7 PM, but that's Vermintide 2 on Wednesdays. On Fridays and Saturdays I will be streaming a bit of Phasmophobia, so come check that out. Other than that, again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I mentioned it before, but it is quite important for the channel's growth, so yeah. Anyway, thank you guys, and I'll catch you next time.